The story begins with a scream. Not the kind that rises slowly. This one hits like a crash. The camera shakes in the dark car. Rain slaps the windshield. And Caleb, pale as moonlight, is frozen with a single French fry halfway to his mouth. Through the crackling car speakers, a voice whispers, "Don't swallow the last bite." Mia gasps and drops her own fries. The paper bag hits the floor with a dull thump. The drive-thru speaker sits outside the car window, glowing in the storm like a little metal ghost box. But the voice that just spoke didn't sound like it came from there. It sounded like it came from inside the car. The camera zooms in on Caleb's hand. The fry steams. The air feels heavier. Thicker. Wrong. Caleb's throat moves like he's trying not to breathe too loudly. Then the voice returns, slow, calm, and not quite human. "You shouldn't have taken it out of the box." The screen jolts. Something falls in the back seat. Mia screams a sharp, terrified sound. And the clip cuts to black. That video became the most watched thing on their channel in a single night. But to understand what happened, we have to go back. 3 nights earlier. Caleb was scrolling through urban legends on his laptop. His room was lit only by a cheap LED ring light and the glow of New Orleans streetlights outside. He stopped when he found a rumor posted by a local teen. "Do not eat after midnight at the McDonald's on Iberville. The drive-thru voice isn't human." Caleb's eyes lit up. This was exactly the kind of thing he hunted for his small YouTube channel, Caleb Nightwatch, where he filmed spooky, documentary-style stories around the city. He texted his best friend and editor, Mia. "Found something. Midnight shoot?" She replied with a single nervous emoji then. "Fine. I'm in." They arrived just after midnight. The McDonald's sat alone in a dim strip mall, its yellow arches flickering like a tired lighthouse. Rain misted the parking lot. Most people would have driven past without looking. Caleb and Mia pulled into the drive-thru lane, recording everything. "Timestamp," Mia said. 12:14 a.m. Caleb answered, sounding braver than he felt. "Locals say the speaker talks, but not with the regular voice." He tapped the drive-thru speaker box. It echoed in a hollow, metallic way. The speaker crackled. A normal, friendly voice answered. "Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?" Caleb let out a relieved laugh. "See? Probably nothing." He ordered fries and coffee. They pulled forward to the pickup window. No one was there. No employees. No movement. Just a clean counter and one paper bag already waiting as if someone had placed it there seconds earlier. Caleb leaned close to the open window. Hello?" The rain quieted. The air felt like it was holding its breath. Then the voice spoke again, this time, not from the drive-thru speaker behind them. It came from inside the dark kitchen somewhere out of sight. Low. Soft. "You shouldn't be here." Mia's fingers tightened on the steering wheel. "Caleb, let's go." But Caleb lifted the camera. "This is real. This is really happening." The voice rose again, calm and strange. "Hungry?" They froze. "Maybe it's a prank," Caleb whispered, though his voice shook. The bag on the counter steamed. Something about the way the steam curled felt off. Like it wasn't rising. Like it was reaching. They grabbed the bag and drove to the far end of the parking lot. "Okay," Caleb breathed. "That was weird. But we got great footage. Can we just leave now?" Mia said. But the channel needed content. They needed views. So they turned the camera back on and opened the bag. Inside were fries. Perfectly normal fries. Caleb ate one. Then another. He reached for the last fry. That's when the voice came through the car speakers, quiet but sharper, almost scolding. "Don't swallow the last bite." Mia froze mid-chew. Caleb's hand shook. The fries in the bag rustled even though no one touched them. Caleb whispered, "Is someone in the car?" The voice replied, "It tastes like you." The dash lights flickered. The radio hissed. Something tapped the back seat from the inside of the darkness. Then the recording stopped. The next day, the clip exploded online. People argued in the comments. Fake. Edited. Demon. A worker messing around. Some people said they heard a second voice behind the first. Some said they saw a shadow in the reflection of the car window. A detective even visited Caleb, though he didn't accuse him of anything. He just asked questions like, "Did you actually see anyone? Did you touch anything besides the fries? Did you go inside the restaurant?" And every time, Caleb said, "No. Nothing. We just filmed." But secretly, he couldn't stop hearing the whisper replaying in his head. "You shouldn't have taken it out of the box." It felt less like a warning, and more like a promise. A week passed. The nighttime rain kept falling. The golden arches kept flickering. And the comments kept begging. "Go back. Redo it, Liv. Stay there until the voice talks again." Caleb told Mia. "Maybe we should." Mia looked terrified. "Why?" "Caleb, that voice knew our names." "We never said them." He didn't answer. He didn't need to. He wanted the truth. He wanted the views. And maybe he wanted to prove he hadn't imagined the whole thing. So the next night they returned. Same hour. Same rain. Same glowing arches. They parked by the speaker again. The world felt too quiet. Caleb lifted the last fry from the bag they had saved for the live test. It had gone cold and pale, like it had been waiting. Mia whispered, "Don't touch it." The speaker crackled. A breathy, patient voice whispered, "He is hungry." Then, just as Caleb's fingers closed around the fry, the drive-thru speaker bent inward as if pressed by an invisible hand. And the same not-human whisper slid out, soft as a slow smile. "Eat it." Caleb's hand moved toward his mouth. Mia lunged across the car. The moment freezes like a photograph. Caleb's hand is inches from his mouth. The cold, lonely fry trembles between his fingers. Mia's scream cuts through the rain as she throws herself across the car, grabbing his wrist. And then, everything goes silent. Not quiet. Silent. Like someone muted the whole world. The rain stops hitting the windshield. The car engine stops humming. Even the buzzing neon arches outside stop flickering. Caleb blinks in confusion, his breath held in his chest like he's afraid to let it go. Mia whispers, "Caleb, drop it. Drop the fry." But he doesn't drop it. Because the voice from the drive-thru speaker, or whatever has been pretending to be in the speaker, speaks again. This time it is right next to Caleb's ear. He is waiting. Caleb jerks and nearly hits his head on the window. The fry slips from his fingers and lands on the seat with a soft tap. The world suddenly unmutes. Rain smacks the windshield again. Thunder rolls low in the sky. The golden arches buzz back to life. Mia is shaking. "We're leaving. Right now." Caleb should agree. But he doesn't. His eyes go wide, fixed on the drive-thru lane where the speaker box stands like a wet metal statue. The tiny red order light glows. Then it blinks off. Then on. Then off again. Like an eye winking. "We came for answers," Caleb says, voice trembling. It wants something. And maybe it'll tell us why." Mia grabs his shoulders. "Caleb, that thing almost made you eat something you didn't even want. It's not curious, it's not friendly, and it doesn't care about your channel." Her voice cracks at the end. That's when they hear it. The soft scrape of pavement. Something moving behind the car. Very slowly. Caleb and Mia turn at the same time. In the rearview mirror, the shape is small. Roundish. Like a paper bag. A McDonald's paper bag. But it's dragging itself across the wet ground toward the back bumper. Mia slaps a hand over her mouth. Caleb whispers, That's impossible." The bag stops moving the moment they look at it. A French fry pokes out of the top. Not rising. Not falling. Just floating there, as if held up by invisible fingers. Then the fry twitches. A tiny, sharp movement. And points directly at the drive-thru speaker. like it's giving directions. Mia finally snaps. We're going home! She throws the car into reverse. But the tires spin on the wet asphalt. The car doesn't move. It's like something heavy is holding it in place. Something unseen. The fry lowers back into the bag. And the voice crawls back into the car speakers, soft and slow. Don't leave. Not yet. The windshield fogs instantly, as if someone breathed on the glass from outside. Except the fog doesn't spread across the whole windshield. It forms words. Four shaky, uneven letters drawn in the mist. Stay. Caleb panics and wipes the word away with his sleeve. Mia slams her hands on the wheel. What does it want from us? The voice answers. Not with words this time. With footsteps. Soft ones. Coming from inside the empty McDonald's restaurant. Tap. 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 They echo through the drive-thru window, slow and steady, like someone pacing. Caleb lifts his camera again with shaking hands. This is huge. If we capture this... Mia almost screams. Put the camera down! But she knows he won't. He never does. He pushes the car door open before she can stop him. The rain hits him instantly. Cold. Hard. Like the sky is warning him. He doesn't listen. He steps into the drive-thru lane. The speaker stands tall beside him, water streaming down its metal sides like tears. Caleb lifts the camera close. If you're real, talk to us again. The speaker crackles with static. Mia climbs out of the car. She grabs his arm. Caleb, please. Please, let's just go. There's nothing left to prove. But Caleb's eyes are fixed on the glowing red dot of the speaker. He whispers, What's in the box? Why can't we eat after midnight? What happens if we do? The speaker sputters. Then the voice returns, but it is no longer calm. It is strained, almost whispering in pain. He remembers you. Caleb frowns. Who? Who remembers? The speaker cuts him off. The one you fed? Caleb's heart stops. Fed? He looks down at the fry bag at his feet. He looks back at the speaker. Then at the dark, empty windows of the McDonald's. Mia backs up. Caleb, what did you feed? You didn't feed anything, did you? Caleb doesn't answer. Because he remembers something. Something from the original video. Something he ignored because it felt too weird, too unbelievable. When he dropped the fry in the bag that first night. Just before the scream. The bag moved. Like something inside it shifted. Like something woke up. Caleb swallows hard. The speaker flickers again. And then the voice says something new. Open the bag. Mia grabs Caleb's wrist. No. No way. Absolutely not. But the bag at their feet shivers. A tiny shake. Then another. Like a heartbeat pulsing through the paper. The top folds open by itself. A soft steam rises, not white like normal steam, but pale yellow, the same shade as the McDonald's arches. Inside the bag. Something glows. Caleb leans in. Mia pulls at him desperately. Don't look! But it's too late. Caleb's face goes pale. Then paler. Like all the color drains out at once. Because inside the bag, beneath the fries, something small is staring back. A shape with no eyes. No mouth. Just a smooth, pale surface like dough left out overnight. But it twitches when it senses him. The fry beside it rises slowly, like a hand lifting to wave. Caleb stumbles backward. What is that? The voice replies. The first bite. Lightning flashes across the parking lot. For one split second, the creature inside the bag is lit up bright as day. It curls. It stretches. It begins to climb out. Mia screams. Caleb reaches for the car door. The speaker hisses louder than before, like a radio channel snapping open. If you leave now, he will follow. Something thumps the curb behind them. Something big. Much bigger than the thing in the bag. Caleb turns slowly. Rain runs into his eyes. A tall, thin shadow stands at the corner of the building, motionless. Watching. Caleb's breath catches. Mia whispers his name, voice shaking. The shadow steps forward once. Silent. Slow. With the patience of something that has been waiting a very long time. The drive-thru speaker whispers its final words of the night. He is hungry. Caleb grabs Mia's hand. The shadow moves again. Closer. Closer. The shadow steps closer. Rain hits the pavement in fast, nervous taps. The glowing arches flicker behind it like a broken halo. Mia grips Caleb's hand so tightly he feels her nails digging into his skin. The paper bag at their feet twitches again. The pale little creature, soft and doughy like something unfinished, pulls itself onto the wet concrete. Fries cling to its surface like tiny yellow fingers. Caleb can barely breathe. The tall shadow moves another step forward. Its outline is long and thin, but not like a person. Its arms hang too low. Its head tilts too far to the side. Its posture looks like someone trying to copy a human but getting the angles wrong. Mia whispers, Caleb, what do we do? He doesn't know. For once, the boy who always has a plan, the YouTuber who chases legends without blinking, has no idea what comes next. The voice from the drive-thru speaker crackles again, low and buzzing. He remembers the taste. The creature on the ground turns its smooth face, if it even has a face, toward the tall shadow. Then something unbelievable happens. It squeaks. A tiny, broken little sound, like a rubber toy stepped on in the dark. The tall shadow's head twitches in response. Mia yanks Caleb toward the car. We have to go. I don't care if the car sticks again, we're pushing it if we have to. But as they move, the fry creature suddenly crawls in front of their feet, blocking their path. It isn't fast, but it's not slow either. It moves with jerky, hungry motions like it's learning how to use its limbs. Caleb freezes. Mia grabs his arm. The shadow takes another long step. The fry creature lifts itself higher, wobbling on its little doughy legs. The speaker hisses. It wants you to take another bite. That breaks something in Mia. She shouts into the rain. No! We're not feeding anything! Her voice echoes against the empty restaurant building. For one long second, everything stops moving. Even the rain seems to slow, falling in thick, heavy drops. Then the creature shudders, shrinking back as if hurt. The tall figure straightens, its head snapping upward in a sharp, unsettling motion. Caleb whispers, Mia! I think that made them mad. The speaker crackles sharply, like it's annoyed. He needs the last bite. No! Mia screams again. Stop talking to us! Stop telling us to! Caleb places a shaky hand on her shoulder. Mia, look! He points. The tall shadow is no longer standing still. It is crossing the parking lot, slow but steady, one limb bending wrong with each step. Like it's learning how to walk. Like it's practicing patience. Caleb steps back until his shoulder hits the car door. We have to get inside. Mia nods rapidly. They yank the doors open and jump in. Caleb slams the locks. Mia starts the engine. It coughs. Rattles. Stutters. Doesn't start. Come on! She begs, slamming her palm against the wheel. Come on, come on! Outside, the fry creature presses its tiny body against Caleb's door. Its soft surface smears against the window like melting wax. Caleb pulls away, shuddering. Then, the tall shadow reaches the edge of the drive-thru window. It crouches low, almost folding itself in half. Its long arms stretch toward the car like ropes dragging along the ground. Caleb's heart hammers. Mia! Mia, hurry! She turns the key again. The engine sputters and roars to life. Mia screams with relief. Go! She slams her foot on the gas. The fry creature is flung aside like a soft toy. The car shoots forward. Water sprays behind them. Caleb twists in his seat to look out the back window. The shadow isn't running. But it's moving faster than anything that shape should be able to move. Almost gliding. Its long arms trail behind it like dark ribbons in the rain. Caleb chokes out. It's following us! Mia accelerates harder, turning out of the parking lot so fast the tires squeal. They race down the street. Streetlights blur. Rain washes the windshield. Mia's hands tremble on the wheel. Caleb refuses to blink. Is it still there? Mia can't look back. She keeps her eyes on the road. Caleb forces himself to turn again. And his stomach drops. The tall shadow is no longer running down the street. It is standing under a streetlight in front of them, waiting. Mia screams and jerks the wheel. The car fishtails. The world spins in a blur of wet color. Caleb hits the door hard. The tires thump up over the curb. And the car slides to a stop in an empty parking lot across from an abandoned laundromat. Neither of them move for a moment. Mia gasps for breath. Caleb, where did it go? Did you see it move? He shakes his head. No. It was behind us. Then in front of us. Like it knew where we were going. The rain quiets. The car interior fills with the hollow sound of their panting. Then Caleb freezes. Because another sound joins their breathing. A simple, delicate sound. Tap, tap, tap. Mia's eyes widen. What is that? The sound is coming from Caleb's side window. He turns slowly. There, pressed against the glass, is the fry creature. It must have held on to the back of the car. Its little doughy surface is shaking, almost like shivering in the rain. On its smooth front, a small crack forms. Not a mouth. Not exactly. But something like one. Caleb whispers. Mia. I think it's trying to speak. Mia backs away into her seat. No. No, no, no. The creature's crack widens. A tiny whisper slips out. Han, G-R-Y. Caleb's spine goes cold. Mia grabs his hand. We have to leave this city. Tonight. Right now. He nods, but slowly. Because something else changes in the car. The radio turns on by itself. Static fills the speakers. Then the familiar not-human voice flows through the static. You fed him once. The fry creature taps the glass harder, almost frantic. Tap. 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 Mia screams. Stop it! The voice in the radio continues. Now he follows. Caleb's stomach twists. Who? The tall one? The static deepens. A whisper answers. The one you gave the first bite. Caleb looks out the foggy windshield. Another lightning flash cracks across the sky. And in that split second of blinding white, the tall shadow is standing at the edge of the lot. Closer than before. Facing them. Waiting. The radio goes silent. The fry creature stops tapping. The rain freezes in the air like the world is holding its breath. And the speaker voice returns one last time. The last bite belongs to him. Caleb's hand moves slowly toward the cold fry on the seat. Mia grabs his wrist desperately. But something knocks on the roof of the car. Slow. Heavy. Not human. Caleb looks up in terror. The metal dents inward. Once. Twice. A third time.